Hello and welcome. I'm Pam Atherton for the Waterbearers.org, a movement to bring clean water to 1 million people by March 22nd, World Water Day. The mission of the Waterbearers is to inspire women who have access to clean water to get it to those who do not. 100 women across the globe have stepped up as team leaders to accomplish this goal, and the co-founder of the Waterbearer movement is Sprite Laureano. Sprite has been engaged in clean water programs around the world since 2008. She's helped raise funds and provide thousands of water units and filtration systems for more than 30,000 people in 5 countries. Sprite's also a social entrepreneur and humanitarian who leads international adventure contribution journeys to help grow social and business impact. She was also the force behind the Feed 333 movement, which paired up with the NBA Players Association and brought food to millions of children in the United States. She is a woman I have long admired and had the good fortune to work with on other projects. And I am so pleased to chat with her today about this important movement and what it means to her and to the world. So welcome, Sprite. So glad to have this time to chat with you.
Excited to finally be here with you in person, Pam.
Well, you have done so many things throughout your lifetime. Why now did you start this movement, the Waterbearers.org?
The Waterbearers really called me. That is the simple answer. I was hanging out one night with a woman here in Ecuador who I just met and became friends with, and we were talking about women and water, and we both said the Waterbearers at the same time, and we had no idea why we were saying that, but we went to the computer and got the URL and knew that there was something happening. And I went home that night and I was finishing reading a book about the feminine reemergence on the planet called The Serpent of Light. And in that book, the last chapter, I saw the Waterbearers. And I had never seen that written anywhere ever in my life. And it was talking about the original water bearers on the planet and a matriarchal culture. So in that moment, I just knew that we were being called forth to be stewards of women and water, and that this was really about bringing together the culmination of all the things that I've done over the last almost decade around the development of programs for women and for water, and to bring it into one movement.
You have been to a lot of countries around the world. What have you seen that really motivated you to say, I've got to get clean water to these people?
To me, there is nothing more heartbreaking than being with a mother who is with her child, and she has to make a decision on whether or not she's going to give her child water that might kill her, or not give her water, which might not kill her. And I've seen that with my own eyes over and over for many years, and it's just a decision that should not ever have to be made for any person. And it doesn't need to be. We have the resources, we have the ability for every person to have water on the planet, and that's why I'm passionate about it.
When you created this, you also created 3 pillars to the movement. They were women, water, and wisdom. Tell us how that all ties together.
Again, you know, I've been a transformational leader for many years, and bringing forth personal empowerment to people, men and women around the world, and also a humanitarian, so involved in women's empowerment programs, building women's empowerment centers and supporting microloan programs for women and water. So it's just, for me and my co-founder, Jane Brinton, this is the time, it's the time in my life where I'm seeing that for me personally, it's bringing my own personal work and my own passion together, but also on the planet. I mean, we're in a shift right now on this planet, and the shift is back into a recognition of feminine leadership, what that means, a redefining of feminine leadership, and supporting women to come forward into really being their powerful, authentic presence as women, as feminine leaders, and the energy of the feminine is water. That is water, and so it's I believe it's the time on the planet of the feminine reemergence, and that we're seeing more and more people and programs and indigenous cultures are talking about that we're seeing this reemergence. So we're here serving that reemergence that's already happening, and we're just stepping into that call to support it.
And I know on the website there are the sections Women, Water, and Wisdom, and there's actually some information that women can take away from it in the wisdom section, yes?
Yeah, what's so exciting about that is that, we have a wisdom library that's full of incredible wisdom from women thought leaders from around the world, and that'll continue growing. And it's not a forced opt-in. You don't have to give your email. Just go into the wisdom library and use it like a library. It's free. And then if you want more from these incredible women, you can go to their websites, and get more. But I think that's a really important piece of it, and of what we're doing. And I'll tell you that when I did Feed 333 back in 2006, and it was the very first time ever that we brought all these transformational leaders together to provide their personal empowerment for anybody who just donated $1, right, to feed a child. And it was the first time anyone had ever done that. And what was exciting about that is after that campaign, I received an email from a woman in the Netherlands. And we were feeding kids in the US, but we had people from all over the world that were helping us. And she said, I had $10 left in my bank account when I found out about this, and you allowed us to donate $1. I donated $1. I got in and I took access of all of what was in that library. And she goes, a month later, I had $1,000 in my account, and I attribute it to that.
Wow.
You've helped empower me. And so I know that works. And so it is. So thank you for asking about that, because it is an important piece about what we're doing here at the Waterbearers. It is about clean water to clean water to people around the world. And it's really about filling our own selves up so that we can overflow our blessings to the world.
Well, they say you can't help others if your cup is empty. Right? So, this helps us to fill up our cups. So what can we do? What kind of a difference can we make with our donations, or what can we do to help the movement?
That's so exciting because, being in water as long as I have, I've never seen a woman-led campaign for water that is this clear and this impactful. It's really simple. What we're doing here is we're inspiring women to come forward. We've asked for 100 women team leaders to each make a commitment to get 100 water filters donated. What's powerful about this is that every water filter serves 100 people and lasts for 10 years. And it costs $50. So that's $50, right? So it's really a no-brainer. We're asking these women essentially to find 10 friends, men or women, who each will go get 10 donations of $50. Like, we all can do that, right? But what's so amazing and powerful about this is that when 100 women together do this, and these filters then provide water to 100 people for 10 years, that's 1 million people that will be served. So in 30 days, we'll raise the money for 10,000 filters that will go out over the next year to serve 1 million people.
So it doesn't take much. You can be a team leader. You can donate $50. There are a lot of different ways to get involved with this. So I have to ask you, for those women who want to get involved in social entrepreneurship or who just want to make a difference in this world, what's the best way to start?
The best way to start, Pam, is to take action. And what I mean by that is this. My co-founder and I, Jane, we talk about breadcrumbs. And what we mean by that is that we believe that we're led by spirit with breadcrumbs. We're not given the big picture. We're given these little hints. We're given these little ideas about, hey, you know, you could do this. You could do this. And there's that spark, right? We're given that spark. And the reason that we often stop is because we don't see the whole picture. You're not going to see the whole picture. Don't try to see the whole picture. Feel the spark, listen to the spark, take action on the spark, and the next spark will come. The next one will come. So, you know, we're hoping that that men and women that are hearing about the Waterbearers, that are inspired, that are feeling that excitement, that they will take action, and then know that that action is going to lead to something. Right?
Just start, right? Just start. All right. Thank you, Sprite. And thank you for starting the Waterbearers movement. If you'd like to help change the world by getting water to those who need it most, please join us at thewaterbearers.org. You can become a team leader, support a team, donate. And remember, each $50 donation of water serves 100 people for 10 years. How many people would you like to help today? For thewaterbearers.org, I'm Pam Atherton. Thanks so much for being with us.